Black is fire, bro.
Oh yeah. Wow, my bro. Thank you. Appreciate it, Baba. Have a good one.
Ice up. Ice up. Indies. Yeah. Live free, speak your peace. Stay humble in these streets, yeah. In these streets.
So,
let's go.
I'm not usually one to go after the newest tech, right?
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
It was all a dream.
So this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max in space black. Now, depending on your lighting situation, it can look gray or black. Gray or black. It almost reminds me of the space gray that came out when the 12 Pro came out. I'm having a nostalgic moment right now because actually my first ever YouTube video on this channel was the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and that video is so cringe. The last black iPhone that I had was this one. This is the 7 Plus, and this was a fully matte black phone. Now if you put the two together, you can see the difference between the space black, which has that grayish sheen to it, and the fully matte black. And I really do hope that Apple makes a fully matte black phone because that would be dope. Now, if you're wondering, should you upgrade between the 13 Pro Max to the 14 Pro Max? Well, no, I don't think it's a substantial upgrade. Now, hear me out, because I did have the 13 Pro Max and my fiance had the 12 Pro Max, and I convinced her to trade with me and I gave her the 13 Pro Max, and shortly after I ordered the 14 Pro Max. Got it! With that being said, if you're going from a 12 Pro, yes, the upgrade is substantially better. The cameras are better, the phone functionality is better. So, sorry babe, I didn't mean to trick you, but this is fire. So by now there are tons of videos that explain the full specs and how things work. And I'm just gonna give you guys the rundown on my personal opinions and my first impressions. Now I have had it for a few days and I've just been using it to see if I can get used to it. But honestly guys, the phone functionalities, I don't really care about. I mean, I don't really use the phone. The only people that pretty much call me and I communicate with are my fiance, my kids, and the scam likely people. They call me all the time to check up on me. So shout out to the scam likely people. But I got the phone mostly for the camera upgrade. Now, this does sport a 48 megapixel camera, guys. And it has the new photonic engine. I think it's photonic. They have the new photonic engine in this, which is an engine created specifically to drive your cameras. We'll get more into the camera later. Now, when you first start it, yes, it's nice. You have the dynamic island. That's the new thing here, the dynamic island that they're going heavy on. And I must say that I do like it. I have grown to enjoy it. It's nice because it gives you all your notifications and you can do tasks in the background. For example, I'm gonna play music from Spotify, and as you can see, it's playing, right? And if I just swipe up, it shoots up there. Now, what's really cool about this, let's say I wanna go start a timer. Start the timer, shoot it up. Now it's up there as well. So you have your timer and you have your Spotify music playing, all in the notification on that little dynamic island. What I don't actually can get used to, and for the life of me, I've tried, trust me guys, I've tried to get used to this, is the always on display. Like, who asks for that, bro? Like, come on. It kills your battery faster, because you're not gonna tell me that it doesn't consume battery. It does. Even if it's 1%, it consumes battery. Now my 13 Pro Max, I didn't mind the screen turning off. I actually enjoyed it because it didn't remind me that my phone was there. And if I needed to pick it up and look at it, it will turn on. If I needed to touch it, it will turn on. If I had a notification, it will turn on. With this one, it's constantly on. If it's on full brightness like this, when I turn it off, that's how it is. And that to me is still bright. There is a switch, you can switch it off in your settings, but like I said, I'm trying to like it, I'm trying to get used to it. But even in the dark, when I'm asleep and I'm charging it, it's on and it's bright. You can tell it's on in the dark. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm sure there's people that might enjoy that feature, but for me, I could live without it. As far as the phone functionalities itself, it did come with the iOS 16 installed on it. But they rolled out the update, and my old 13 Pro Max, I installed iOS 16, and it's you have the same phone features. You don't have the dynamic island because that's only an iPhone 14 thing. iPhone 14 Pro thing. This sports the new A16 Bionic chip, and it does what it's meant to do. The phone performs so good. It performs really well. I've used almost every app simultaneously to try to get it to like slow down, but it doesn't. The chip keeps up with it, and it gives it a stronger chip for the camera. So in the camera, you do have 4 different focal lengths to choose from. You have 0.5, 1x, 2x, and 3x. Now, 0.5 is your ultra wide lens. 1x is the regular wide lens, which is the best lens on this camera. And the 2x lens is actually the same wide lens, 1x, but it's cropped in. Being that it's a 48 megapixel, it's not an extra lens, but it's another crop into the picture, and you have the same clarity as the wide lens. And then you have your telephoto 3x lens. So the weekend's here, and I'm gonna really take this camera out and give it a run because supposedly it has better low light performance, better nighttime performance, which is a plus because the 13 Pro Max did really well in nighttime, but it had its kinks to it. So I wanna see how much improved the lenses are, and I'm just gonna test out the cameras to its full capacity, guys. And that's just gonna be another video because, like I said, guys, I bought this phone for the camera, guys. Why? Because I wanna have a full capable camera in my pocket 24/7, and this is what this promises to deliver. So there'll be a separate video on the camera once I push this camera to its full potential, and I'm gonna do it. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. These are my first impressions, how I feel about the iPhone 14. Again, if you're upgrading from the 13 to the 14, you could hold off. If you're going from the 12 or anything under the 12, do it. Do it. You will thank me. But that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.